Hi everyone, and welcome to my next video for Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U. This is Chapter 11, Inferno and Its Ruler. So for the last two chapters, you've been going through some really long, big areas with lots of battles and different environments. And so this right here is just a straight up boss battle. And that's a nice break from what you've been doing. What adds weight to this one is that everything kind of comes together for you to finally save Jeanne. And I think that's great. I think things like that in this game add a little more dimension to these boss battles than just being fights. There is this grudge between her and your demon. And so, you know, there's that. And then you go into the fight, and it's... like I mentioned in my last video, I do enjoy these, I wouldn't say human on human, but less about you fighting a giant multi-screen big boss, and more about you having a more intimate battle with characters that are more your size and are super fast with great attacks and nice variety. And so she has these plants that spit these, I guess, gooey things at you and will hold you in place, and so you can escape from those before she attacks. And after you do enough damage to her, she will do her second transformation, where you can actually see Jeanne inside her body. So this is almost like she's now a sort of like a scorpion. And yeah, so you go into this second phase of the battle. I found her to be easier in this second form, just in terms of being able to read her attacks better and understanding more what's going on. I still took a good amount of damage overall, but yeah, I think this was a fun little chapter, and again, gives you something different to do than would have been the, I wouldn't say slower, but maybe quieter, more methodical chapters. And there you catch her stinger and you can counter. Eventually, when you get to the end of this boss fight, is a lengthy cutscene. And usually when I talk about Bayonetta's lengthy cutscenes, I mean it in a bad way. But the one they show after this is a good one, because you do finally save Jeanne, or at least her spirit. And I didn't show that in case there happens to be some people watching this who haven't played the game. I don't know why you'd be watching it if you haven't played the game yet. But that is one of the, I guess, better moments between Bayonetta and another character. She has some of those with Loki, but I like the one that happens between her and Jeanne after this fight. So I've almost got her down to no health. There we go. So you do the punch and you pull Jeanne's spirit out, and then this next part, again, I cut out the conversation between Bayonetta and Jeanne, but right here, as you're about to do your finishing move on her, in steps Rodin. And the cool part now is you kind of see what happens, you know, when you take the LPs back to the gates of hell, and he goes away for a while and comes back all bloody. So you see that he has this tool or whatever that captures these demons and turns them into weapons. So I don't know if that really makes sense, but you know, they try to explain it. And yeah, so you get your next weapon, which is a whip based on her name. So pretty cool. I like that the weapon is consistent with the types of attacks and things she did in this chapter, so it's pretty cool. And so here, off in the distance, Bayonetta sees the Lumen Sage and Loki fighting, and in comes another one of your demons from earlier, the horse with the giant sword horn. And as I feared, this turns into a writing chapter, or a writing verse that happens at the beginning of chapter 12. And so, not my favorite, but it's pretty cool to look at. So that will be coming up. So anyway, thanks for hanging out for a very short chapter, and we're getting to the last act of Bayonetta 2. So hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.